You may remember learning about punctuated equilibrium in biology class. It's the theory that evolution goes along at a very slow pace, what one might call an equilibrium. Then suddenly, in evolutionary time, a great deal of evolutionary change occurs in a short period, a punctuation in an otherwise stable equilibrium. Even new species might arise relatively rapidly, say when sea level rises after millions of years of stable equilibrium, and a limited number of snails are able to survive and evolve into a new species. Political scientists have observed a similar process in the evolution of government policy. That is, many policies persist with little change over a long period. Advocates try to get a new policy enacted, but nothing changes. They are fighting against stasis or equilibrium. Then, all of a sudden, major new legislation is passed, radically changing the status quo or punctuating the equilibrium. So what factors cause stasis, that is no change in environmental policies, and what factors lead to change? In the context of climate and energy policy in the US, we see politicians and the oil and gas industry desperately trying to hold on to stasis, that is, existing policies that favor fossil fuel extraction. In more conservative US states, the politicians and industry executives constitute policy monopolies, which limit their decision-making to what brings immediate profit while opposing environmental groups. They do not accept new information about renewable energy or even the science of climate change. In these states, energy policy is stuck in the not-so-golden age of oil and gas development. In more progressive states, a rapid change in energy policy started around 2020, with multiple states establishing 100% renewable energy generation targets. New information, including recommendations by the IPCC, led to a change in the policy image or how renewable energy was viewed by the public and legislators. In addition, progressive legislators, favorable federal policy initiatives, and policy entrepreneurs such as forward-thinking governors all contributed to the adoption of renewable energy targets. Environmental interest groups lobbied for new policies and thus also played an important role. Both changes specifically related or internal to energy or any other policy and changes external to an area of policy can lead to rapid policy change. Internal or endogenous changes include the governance context, which refers to the relative power of government, business, and interest groups. Other endogenous factors include the financial resources and the expertise of government and interest groups, and the ability to offer incentives for switching to renewable energy. Societal values and attitudes towards renewable energy are also endogenous factors. External or exogenous changes can shock a system into change. A shift in economics, such as the declining price of solar panels, is one example. Between 2010 and 2022, the global average cost of electricity from solar fell by 89% to almost one-third less than the cheapest fossil fuel. For onshore wind, the decline was 69%, slightly less than half the cheapest fossil fuel option. Other external factors include new scientific information or technologies, such as recent studies showing the negative health effects of gas stoves and the development of more efficient and safer induction stoves. Finally, a disaster such as Hurricane Sandy in New York or the forest fires across North America are exogenous factors that may spur policy change. When both endogenous and exogenous factors are aligned, they present windows of opportunity for legislators and interest groups to advocate for new policies. For rapid policy change to occur, multiple actors must leverage these windows of opportunities in ways that reinforce each other. For example, scientists can share their expertise, interest groups can draw on ongoing relationships with public officials to lobby for change and to frame policy in new ways, and progressive government officials can invite scientists and interest groups into meetings with their more conservative yet open-minded colleagues. Importantly, policies are more likely to be successful when those who benefit from the status quo are considered and policies are designed to minimize their losses and even provide them with benefits. An example comes from Green New Deal policies, which attempt to alleviate the financial suffering of coal mining communities by providing them with training and facilities to work in new tech and renewable energy industries. In sum, according to the punctuated equilibrium theory, rapid policy change punctuates periods of slow change or equilibrium. Rapid change occurs when internal and external factors create windows of opportunity, enabling interest groups and government decision makers to challenge the established policy and displace the entrenched policy monopoly.